We're tired, but hanging in there. It's one of the things I think that a lot of people were sort of surprised by was how much more work the pandemic would cause. Now, again, mind you, I have a job, so we want to be sensitive to the folks that, millions and millions who don't. But I guess for us, it's been helping pastors and church leaders. We've probably added our workload 50%, but really making a difference in good, positive ways at Billy Graham Center. Personally, I've got three daughters. They're 15, 18, and 21. And having them in quarantine just reminds me of three keywords. So many words. They need their interpersonal communication. It's also been challenging too. One of them is not going to get to walk with graduation. One of them saw the friends disappeared. Went back to college. She was in college and they all went home. She goes to Wheaton here locally where I teach. So I think, the reality of the transition was a hard transition for us personally to, just being relationally disconnected from everybody. Now, once we got kind of our bearings, I realized that social distancing doesn't mean relation. So we tried, but still being with a friend, having a cup of coffee, is it just, it seems like 100 years ago we used to do that. So personally, I think we're got at a place of good equilibrium. And I think that's probably good. Our team, across the Billy Graham Center, the School of Mission Ministry Leadership, there's still, higher education. You're at Concordia. Higher education. This is an existential crisis. This could end the mission of many schools, and so we're still trying to weigh what that means. I know your partners and friends at Concordia want to rally around you. We need ours to rally around us. At Wheaton College, this is a significant moment and a significant threat to the very mission of both of our institutions. Well, I think, part of it is there's this bizarre optimism that as a follower of Jesus, probably people in the world look at and say, what's the matter with those people? But, I've kind of read the end of the book, Jesus Wins. So this is just another step on the journey. I think for my faith in particular, this is an opportunity, I think, for Christians to stand up and stand out, to say, this is our time to show and share the love of Jesus and to make a difference. So this has been a mobilization moment for at least my faith in the people and the faith communities that I'm connected with. But also, too, our faith gets us through. We recognize that without the Lord's strength and help, we wouldn't have the peace that passes all understanding. If, Romans 14:8, if we live, we live for the Lord. If we die, we die for the Lord. Either we live or we die, we're the Lord's. So those reminders, I think, are essential right now for our spiritual health. I would say don't buy into the lie that social distance means relational distancing. Second, I would say recognize that this is going to come in waves. We're about to launch a Resilient Church Leaders Initiative. Matter of fact, by the time this is probably out, it will be resilientchurchleaders.com, helping church leaders to navigate what's really some difficult, challenging times. I had a Zoom call I'm on a pastor texting list with 14 other pastors. We're just friends, and we met last week, and a couple of them are just, up to the point now where they're dealing with depression. We're real enough with each other where we can share that. This is one of the things we didn't know was this was going to be not a sprint, not a 440, but a marathon. And I think that we're going to be at this for months. And depending on where you are, you're in California, I'm in Illinois, both places that have been particularly Illinois much higher, but California shut down early. So the question is, when will we be able to do what we feel called to do again? And that's hard, and yet all this additional pastoral care needs are here. So I would say, Bill Withers died not from coronavirus, but during the pandemic, and he wrote a great song that we all need right now, Lean on Me When You're Not Strong, and may we do that in this difficult time. I wrote about it. What surprised me was the percent of Christians who are believing and spreading conspiracy theories once again that are causing people in the community. I mean, there's this one tweet somebody put up. I wrote this about this in an article. People can find if they just Google my name and conspiracy theories. And someone, I forget his last name, was Aaron, tweeted, I got all these people tweeting about the proof of the resurrection. It was right around Easter. And then following with, all the conspiracy theories about coronavirus and 5G cell towers and secret government plots. And they see no irony in the fact that they would want to tell people that Jesus has risen from the dead. And at the same time, they'd want to tweet about crazy conspiracy theories. I think that surprised me and disappointed me. I wrote about it. One of the most read things I've ever written, 100,000 likes and shares on Facebook. So it kind of went crazy, but also, man, just people got mad. One of the things I said in there is, some people are still spreading the past discredited, conspiracy theories about Pizzagate, and all the Pizzagate people, I guess they're still out there, and a lot of them are Christians. And let me just tell you, God hadn't called us to be easily fooled people. And may we live differently as gospel believers who believe Jesus says, I'm the way, the truth, and the life. Just thank you for your work. We're praying for you. We know you're praying for us. We're going to need all God's people to make it through this, and particularly those of us in educational institutions. If many educational institutions were already struggling, this could be a fatal blow. It already has been for some, and so encourage you to get engaged with Concordia there, and get engaged with Wheaton if you're in our constituency as well.